In today's video, I'm sharing with you what's on my holiday wish list. Let's get right into it. Okay friends, I think I've done a video like this once before, but I've decided to do it again because I have a feeling a lot of people like these kinds of videos. I've been seeing a lot of other YouTubers do videos like this year over year, and I think it's mostly because you are all so curious and you're nosy and you want to know what we are wishing for, and that's so fair. I also am nosy and curious when I'm watching my other favorite YouTube creators, but I also think it's a great way to refine and add things to your own wish list if you wanted some more inspo aside from my holiday gift guide. Of course, my holiday gift guide has things that I've already used, tested, and I love, but these things, clearly, I do not have them, and I'm just really excited of the idea of potentially having them. So let's jump right into it. I have 5 things on my list, and the first thing is kind of boring, but I will give you my reasoning for why it's on the list. It's gift cards, specific gift cards, I'll get into that, but I like to get a gift card, and it's the main thing on my wish list every year because I like to shop at specific places, but sometimes I don't know exactly what I want from those specific places. I just know that I will continuously shop there. So if I get a gift card for those places, it gives me a reason to head out, make an experience, make a trip out of it, and go and peruse that store and then buy something that I am compelled to get at that given moment. It's like a loaded gift in that sense. It becomes an experience, and I absolutely love that. And so the specific places that I'm asking for this year is 1, Etsy. Etsy has been kind of funky these days. A lot of people have been turned off by Etsy because there are some more generic, not necessarily curated, vintage, handmade type stuff that are on Etsy now. But I am here to assure you that if you do extensive research on Etsy, you will find what you are looking for. And there are some really special, incredible things that you can find on Etsy still. I suggest you make use of the filters on Etsy. That is how I refine things to really get like a very small amount of pages to filter through, but I filter through them and then I find what I'm looking for. And I have a really extensive favorites list as well. So if I do get this as a gift, I have already a pre-selection to choose from. The next gift card I have is potentially a membership to Skillshare. One day, I have hopes and dreams that maybe in 2025 I will work with Skillshare, but for now I do not work with them, and I think having a Skillshare membership is incredible. I really want to focus on learning and education and fine-tuning my skills in the new year. I'll talk more about that in my quarterly review that's coming up soon, but that's something that's really, really important to me, and so of course Skillshare is something that would be very beneficial to that and achieving that goal. It's a really great learning tool, a great resource for educational purposes, and it's also accessible. So that's one of the biggest things that I would love this holiday season, and if not, I might end up just getting it myself because I think it'll be really, really useful for me. And then the last gift card that I have is a gift card specifically to McNally Jackson. If you do not know what McNally Jackson is, it's a bookstore slash stationery store in New York. There are multiple locations, and I mostly go for the stationery because of course I can shop at my local bookstore. I don't necessarily have to go all the way to New York to shop for books, but their stationery section is incredible. I can live in that section. I was there very recently and I went around the stationery table or area like 20 times in a row, and I found something new every single time I made a rotation. So needless to say, I would make good use out of a gift card for McNally Jackson. What I really love about the stationery section in particular is that they have a wide range and diverse selection of books, planners, stuff like that. They have something for everyone. If you like line pages, if you like dotted pages, blank pages, if you like big journals, little journals, planners that are extensive, planners with prompts, anything in between, they have it. So I love that. You all know that I'm a big fan of journals and stationery and stuff like that, so I can really make an experience out of that gift card if I got one of them. But moving on from the gift cards, the next thing that I have is so random, but it's a banana bread syrup. This syrup looks so good. I've been seeing it all over social media, particularly on TikTok, and it may seem random, but you all know that I love coffees. And I used to be a boring coffee person. I used to just have strong, super, super strong coffee with a touch of creamer or milk, and that was that. But if you haven't noticed, these past few months, I've been experimenting with a lot of flavors and having fun and being more creative with my coffee flavors. And banana bread syrup just sounds like the perfect thing for me. It's something that I wouldn't buy for myself. It's just not something I would naturally do because I'll find some other reason to not get it. So that's why it's part of my wish list, because if somebody else gets it for me, I will definitely make use of it. I can't imagine how incredible an iced banana bread latte would be. Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. And it's a small company. We love to support small companies. The labeling, the packaging, everything about it is so, so cute. Okay, the next thing is something more practical. Maybe it's a little bit boring, but it's also trendy. It is a Baggu tote, or totes if I get more than one, I don't know. But Baggu has really, really fantastic bags. You all know my main bag that I use from that What's in My Bag video that I recently posted is a Baggu bag. But I really love the standard totes and the mini totes that come in like these little, they're not packages, but they're like a little slip that you can fold the bag in and put it in. And it just compartmentalizes everything really well so that you can put the tote bag, in your existing bag. And if you did not know, in New Jersey, like you can't get bags from stores. You have to bring your own bag to every single store that you go to. So it's very, very useful for me. I got one gifted to me last year in a Secret Santa. I use that thing so often. So I feel like having another one would only be like a good thing for me. Okay, the next thing on my list is a higher priced item. I don't think I'm gonna get it this year, but it is the Our Place Dream Cooker. I have so many kitchen tools from Our Place. I am a big fan of Our Place. It's woman owned, it's a woman of color owned, and they have such curated, fantastic, beautiful pieces for your kitchen. And they have always been my essentials, my go-to. I did have some issues when I first purchased like an Our Place pan back in the day. Like the non-stick thing was not really working for me, but ever since then, every other piece that I've gotten from Our Place has been fantastic. I have the oven, as you know, like the air fryer, I have a pot, I have a cast iron, I have a steamer, I have utensils from them. Like I'm a big, big fan of them, and I love consistency. So I would love to build up my kitchen tools to have like the same look, the same color, all of that stuff. So this is just another one that I'm hoping and dreaming for to find under my Christmas tree, but if not, that's totally okay. It is a higher price item, but it does seem really cool. It looks really cool. Okay, and then the last thing that's on my list is a sculpt pottery kit. I've been seeing this all over social media, and I know there are other brands that are doing this now, but Sculpt was the first one that I discovered, and it's essentially like a pottery kit. It comes with clay, and it comes with tools for you to create something with that clay, and then you have a piece at the end of it. I think I talked about this earlier in the year, but I did buy like air dried clay or some sort of clay to make a paint palette out of it, and I have not done that yet, so that's an aside. But if I had a kit, if I had a Sculpt kit that had the tools that I needed, and I didn't need to do the extra research of figuring out what tools I needed on my own, and I think it comes with instructions to make certain things, I think it would be far more accessible and easy for me to just sit down and do it. So again, another thing that I wouldn't necessarily buy on my own terms, but if someone gifted it to me, it would be really special and really nice. And you all know I love doing hobby types of stuff, and this is a big hobby type of thing. It would help me slow down and really enjoy the process of sculpting something. Okay, friends, so that is what's on my wish list. Let me know if anything sounded interesting to you. Let me know what's on your wish list. I would love to know what you are wishing for this year. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This is probably the first of many videos that are going to be like end of year, holiday-esque, reset-esque type of videos on the channel. And I'm so excited. We are approaching the end of the year, and I know that can be kind of frightening, but I'm really hopeful and excited and optimistic about a really good reset. You all know I love a good reset, so I'm looking forward to sharing more videos like that with you in the upcoming weeks. Thank you once again, and I will talk to you in next week's video.